Good evening! Welcome to the most spectacular sunset you're ever going to see. I'm sure it's good somewhere. We've had a spring-like day today. It was 17.5 degrees at home, which is most bizarre considering it is the middle of March. And I looked around, and the only place I could find a tide that was something like, excuse me, possibly getting a bit of wind noise, was here, which is Cleveley's. And I'm ignoring the shell for now. I'd come up with a couple of things in mind to shoot, but the bits that I wanted to shoot are already about 10 feet underwater, so that's not happening. High tide is in about 15 minutes, and it's not a high tide. I don't think it's even going to get round the shell. So I'm just doing, excuse me, I've got a shot going, just a sec. That's better. Just for the hell of it, we'll do another one of those. Yeah, I know you can only see my leg. So I thought, well, while I'm here, we'll just have a go at shooting some rocks in water and some groins. I'm not entirely sure you can see anything on the top of my head. We've got the most abysmal sky. It's grey, but it's verging on blue. It's nice clear stuff coming up here. We just need it to push that bank of cloud away. And the wind is bizarre. The wind is blowing from the south. Yeah, that's right, it's going that way. It might just move that away, and you never know, 6:30 we might get a bit of colour. I'm not banking on it. They seem to be putting in lots of new sea defences that weren't here last time. And where I am, I think it was here, or around here, there was lots of wooden sticky things in water. I thought, oh, would they? No, not today. So I'm just doing some long exposures, just for a change. It's going to be a bit of a monkey sorting out the horizon, for reasons that I'll show you in a minute. And I'll show you how I've positioned the camera to frame the image, because where I'm sat looking at the marker post, the horizon line intersects the top 6 inches or so of the little V shape on top of it, and that's not good, that's not. Now on this one I'm going for lots of negative space. Shall I pick you up and show you what we're doing? Hold on. So you can see what I mean here about the goopiest sky. That band of light that's coming through is actually getting bigger, so maybe this bank of cloud, which is actually as blue as it appears on this screen, might just do a runner, because you can see up there we've got some nice lighter cloud coming through, which has the potential to actually do something interesting. As I say, I'm not holding out much hope. The wind's blowing from the south. I think that's the Lake District area over there, and that looks murkier than a murky thing. Anyway, I digress. Yes, I wanted to get down here. Not sure if I can zoom in without it going all kinds of funny colours. You can just make out around here there's some woodeny things. Oops, let's fix focus. That's it, woodeny things in the water. I didn't realise quite how far out they were, so I'd probably need to be here about 4 hours before high tide. But this is the little beast that I've decided I'm going to have a go at shooting. I love the man-made concrete walkway and then the natural rock. We've got water around these rocks here, and then we've got the beautiful marker pole with a vibrant green top on it. In the distance there is a little boy. He's going to be blurry as chuff because I'm doing a long exposure, so I'm not convinced he's going to stay. So that is the image that I've ended up with. Not convinced on the colours. It will possibly go black and white, but if I just zoom that in a little bit, you can see I've had to be very particular about where, not zoom in anymore, there it is. Oh cracky, yeah, about where the top of the marker post ends. I wanted it just under the horizon line. So I'm actually stood not too far from the top of the steps, about 8 steps down. And let's turn that back there. Yeah, and I've aimed to have lots of negative space around the subject. quite partial to negative space. I've got the polarizer on, which bizarrely is working, which I didn't think it should because I'm shooting into the sunset effectively. I've also got the 10 stop. I did try one with, that's better. I did try an image using a 0.6 grad, but it kind of made the sky a little bit too dark. As it stands at the moment, it's not a dissimilar shade to the water, and none of it's very pretty. And excuse the act, it's quite warm, but there's a bit of a breeze and I keep getting mouthfuls of hair. Quite like that. I've been averaging around about somewhere between 88 and 112 seconds. I am, excuse me, going to pop the 6 stop on. The beauty of shooting at this time of night is because the ambient light is dropping, you can get away without using 6 stop, without using a 10 stop rather. The 6 stop will probably do, and it might allow me to get some motion, just a little bit of whiteness around the rocks closest to the left hand side of the image. The first few images I've done, I've just wanted complete whiteout. Nice and minimal. There is going to be some work in post. I'm going to get rid of that goopy sky because even though the wind's blowing, it's not moving the clouds that much. Oh, we've got blue sky coming up there. Fingers crossed, folks. The 6 stop might allow me to get a reasonably smooth water and pick up some of the white stuff. You can just see we've got lots of nice white fluffy stuff floating around here. The image is composed with the subject on my left leading out across the right. Even with all the negative space, I've avoided putting it central, although that's an idea. It's more over to the left hand side of the image. And it sounds like the seaside this time. It didn't sound like the seaside last time. I'm really frustrated that those wooden sticks in water have gone down there. I shall have to have a word with the Borough Council. I kind of lost track of what I'm doing with this one. I'm aiming for about, maybe a little bit more than 100 seconds, because as I say, the ambient light's dropping, which means my exposure times need to extend. Hence thinking I might get away with putting 6 stop on. Well, it's sunset. Can you not tell by the amazing colours? I was just wandering back down, and this is where I saw a tree. There's a tree trunk over there, and I'm thinking I could just do with loiking that down to the water. Bit of foreground interest never goes amiss. And as I walked along the top, I saw this. In just a second, I've got an exposure going. Yes. I'm not convinced of the colours. I think it needs to be mono, and I think it needs to be really high key. Sorry, I'm just 62 seconds, f7.1. No grad filter in. I can sort that out in post. What I've got is the start of this rock formation. We have the marker post right hand corner. You've got the very distant hills almost in kind of silhouette-ish. And then we have the second rock formation, or rock, what do you call it? Sea defence going out. And then we've got an expanse of sand. I'm trying to get a little bit of motion. Still got the 6 stop in. I've got a grad in, but it's not doing anything. I've just got it pulled up out of the way. I can't be bothered to put it in my bag. And I quite like the intersection. One just overlaps the other. I'm just leaving it on timer because we have no ambient light. It's ridiculous. And I'm going to move myself slightly more this way so that I have one set of rocks, then a gap, and then the other set of rocks. And the first image I did, I got a little bit of motion in the water dragging up the beach, which I quite liked. In fact, I've got the separation that I need. Yeah, I quite like that. It's something a little bit different. A little bit of interest in the foreground, there's a little bit of interest in the midground, and then because we have the hills and the marker post, we've got a bit of interest in the background as well. It's a very funny colour, it's kind of aqua, but hey. And I think that's going to be about it, because, as I say, the light is going. It's 6:30. It's a school day tomorrow, I've got to be at work. So I really need to wend my way home, but I think that's possibly my favourite image. and I'm still tempted to go and drag that tree down. If there weren't so many people around who'd probably laugh at me, because that would make a corking bit of foreground. Oh God, right, anyway, short and sweet, and I think it has been short and sweet this week. Sometimes, and I keep having to tell myself this, it's not about the images, it is about being here. And anyone who's watched my channel for a little while will know I do struggle with depression. It's been a tough couple of weeks, and it's all lifted being here. I feel peaceful, I feel calm, and I feel centred. And it's because I'm at the sea. They have ions in the water which make you feel good, apparently. Right, so that's it. You guys have a great week. I'll catch you in 2 weeks' time. Toodaloo.